Yeah, who's the host? Okay.
I'll open the lobby at 7:45. Just so y'all know.
All the best, fellows.
How is it going, guys? We've got 3 viewers. How we all doing? We are ready, nearly ready to start Tier 2 Championship here for round 13 Hungary. So this is going to be fun. Some really close battles up at the top of the field at the moment here in Tier 2. So you guys will be in for some really good racing. Let's see who we've got in the chat. Say hello, guys. Get some predictions for today. If anyone's got any predictions, top 3 maybe. I'll be alongside Josh today here in the commentary box. Tier 1 Ferrari driver, our current reigning champion of Tier 1, will be with us today. He should be here very shortly. But yeah, it's going to be a good one, guys. Let us know your predictions. There's some fast times as well being put in by some of these Tier 2 drivers. Like the likes of Jerry and SDC have been putting in a lot of work as their times really do show in the time trial. So they could be 2 drivers to be watching out for today. I'm going to go for an early prediction here. I predict that DC will get their first win for TTM. I predict that Jerry will come second. And for third place, I am going to go for... It's a tough one. Who is going to come third today? There's a few drivers that we could go for. Obviously, Pipe's on a bit of a... He's lost a bit of form recently. We've got the likes of the UTEP Brawn drivers. William Hannon and Viper could get it. To be fair, I'm gonna go with Viper because he did look fast in practice. So I am gonna go for, it's gonna be a double Irish podium, and there's gonna be a Dutchman, the Flying Dutchman, separating the 2 Irishmen. So I'm gonna go DC, Jerry, and Viper. Anyone else got any different predictions, or if they think that is the right one, let us know now in the chat. See what you guys think. Shouldn't be too long now as the lobby is just getting opened. So we'll join that now and be getting going for qualifying very soon.
All right, mate.
Yeah, hello. How's it going, Josh?
Yeah, not too bad.
Buzzing for this one? I know I am. It's going to be a good race, I think.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good one too. Especially with Hungary being... Oh, yeah, go on.
No, carry on. No, carry on.
Especially with Hungary being a bit of a split strategy, whether it's a bit up in the air if a 1 stop or 2 stops quicker. So I think it should be a good one.
Yeah, obviously in the practice back on Monday, we didn't actually get to try out to see if the strategy, the difference between the strategies. Obviously, you tried the 2 stop, and myself and DC, we tried the 1 stop. And because with that VSC towards the end, you really benefited from that and took the advantage from it. So we couldn't actually get a very accurate reading. But I do feel like the 1 stopper could be the way forward. I feel like starting us off, finishing on the hards could be the best option. As the mediums do seem to shred quite a lot, don't they? So, and the hards felt pretty strong at the end. So personally, I think it's going to be a 1 stop. But we could have a few drivers here today that could have a few different strategies, and we will really find out to see which strategy does come out on top. But I was just giving my predictions a little while ago. Rebels goes, have you seen my DM that I'm now racing in manual? Confirmed. Oh, so Rebels jumped to manual. That's good to see. Fair play, Rebel. Yeah, I'll just give him my prediction for today's race. I've gone for DC for the win, their first win at TTM. I've gone for Jerry for second place, and Viper in third. Who do you think?
Oh,
Get top three.
well, Jerry has been on pretty good form throughout pretty much all the races, so I feel like it'd be a bit silly not to put money on him. But then DC did look very quick on practice. I think it might come down to. I feel like DC will probably get pole, and it's whether Jerry has the pace during the race to either overtake him or try a different strategy or something to try and get past him. Because as well with, it's probably quite easy for a safety car to come out or a virtual safety car.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like that might play a big role, especially if one comes out early.
I
You
think.
know,
I think what you're saying then with the two stop, that could be the better strategy. If you think of it like that there's going to be incidents. That's where the two stop really could play a huge factor. So I think you couldn't be far off there with the two stop being possibly the better strategy. To be fair. Because we know that how many incidents we could get here today. Obviously, the tier 3s on Monday, they had a bunch of incidents, and pulling out safety car on the first lap, in fact. So if we have anything like that again today, the two-stop could be the dominant strategy.
and with it being quite a high downforce track as well, not really many places to overtake. If you're going to put a bold move into turn 1, or even if you try to overtake someone that isn't turn 1, it's a very tight track, so
Yeah.
easy to make contact.
Yeah, it is very hard to overtake on this track because it's only really turn 1 and turn 2 you can make a good overtake. If you get good exit out of turn 1, use the DRS and ERS and whatnot, you can fend out the inside into turn 2, or even around the outside, because that will give you the inside line into turn 3. So there's the first sector is probably the only really area you can make an overtake on, and then apart from that, the rest of the track's pretty solid, pretty hard to get round. Well, overtake round anyway. Yeah. So who do you reckon goes? Who's your top 3 then? You're gonna go Joe for the win. Who's your second man?
I think, yeah, Jerry, DC, and then I don't know for
It could be anyone.
third, yeah.
Isn't it? There's a bunch of drivers. I mean, you've got the UTEP Brawn drivers. You've got both Liam, Han, and Viper. Pipe, if Pipe can bring a bit more form back to the races, we can see Pipe back up there. Obviously now he's just dropping down the order. He was our championship leader for a while at the start of the season, but now he's slowly dropping down the order into 4th. Chiz is obviously not racing today. Ace Watch could make an appearance to get that 3rd spot, but it's going to be it's going to be hard to try and predict. And again, it's just keeping it off the curbs here at Hungary, and especially keeping it out the wall.
Yeah, especially that long right-hander coming out of sector, or at the start of sector 2. If you clip that, that is almost a definite spin.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's really, really slippery. In the lobby now, and we're getting ready for Australia apparently. Don't think Still quite realises we're actually at Hungary.
And of course, one thing we're forgetting as well is it could always rain. Throw another spanner in the works.
And speaking of rain, Jerry has just got number 67 on the leaderboard in time trial for the rain. So if rain does come down, Jerry could be laughing. So yeah, anything could happen. Obviously, we did a little practice earlier, and rain came towards the end. So it is a track where it's quite likely. We're at that. I remember saying to Hayes on Monday, we're at that stage of the season now where it's sort of mid-season, and we're going to all the European tracks where rain is very likely. Obviously, you've got Britain, you've got Hungary, you've got Spa, and they're all tracks where we could get a lot of rain, or we could see sunshine. So the rain drivers, the drivers who do like the rain, we love in this time of season, but obviously Tier 2 has not even had a wet race yet at all this season. They've had no wet qualifyings and no wet races. They have been super lucky for not having rain. So maybe we could see them having a torrential race today. That would be ideal.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a bold prediction that it will rain.
Go on then.
It will probably rain in qualifying and then not the race, but I reckon it will rain at some point.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Round 13 rounds in, Tier 2 are finally going to see a bit of rain. You heard it here, you heard it here first, guys. Josh has made the bold prediction, the rain master himself. Let's see who else we've got in the chat. We've got Ace Watch doesn't think he'll be a threat around here. It's not his strongest. It's not his strongest track. So Ace Watch isn't feeling confident in himself. But you never know. Just keeping it on the track can get you some really good points here, because a lot of people can end up messing up. Well, I need to message Steele because I don't think he actually knows that we're getting ready for Australia. Why can't I find his name? Oh, he's done it before I messaged him. He just done it before I messaged him. Are you in, are you? Are you in the
Yeah,
line?
yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Just making sure everyone's got their right cars. Obviously, I know some of these drivers have been doing the esports with us. And speaking of clips, I'm going to now play you guys our esports trailer. So we've got 6 drivers. Josh actually being one of those drivers who will be taken to France this Friday at 10:30 p.m. and we'll be racing in an esports championship that BFR are hosting, and it is going to be scenes. It is going to be so good, guys. You can see on screen now the little image for it, and I will play you guys a trailer now if you haven't already seen it, guys. It will hopefully get you guys buzzing ready for Friday, so enjoy. And that was the trailer, guys, for our esports race this Friday. So please tune in for that. It's going to be super epic, and I literally cannot wait to be commentating that. I think Hayes will be able to commentate it alongside me. But we're really close now to getting ready. We've got 3 minutes left until we get started. We will now go on board with Jerry as he actually narrates his own or commentates his own hot lap, as there wasn't a driver this week able to do it. But yeah, here is Jerry commentating Jerry for Hungary. Enjoy.
Hello everybody, and today we ride on board with, myself here at the Hungarian ring. It's one of my favorite tracks. Today is the Tier 2 race, every Wednesday 8 p.m. As we coming into this first corner, brake really late and make sure you hit that apex, DRS on, don't hit that curb on the left side, it will really spin out your car. Then you really need to stay close to this inside and maybe even go to second place. Let the car drift out to the right, take that curb, and then it's going to a flat out corner here. I miss a little bit of speed here by actually going off the throttle here. Then you go into fourth gear, stay close to that right side, but don't hit that concrete. Then you brake here at that curb as late as possible. Upshift here so you can put the throttle to the metal as fast as possible. Then you must actually take a little bit wider line here, so you will gain a little bit more time there. Then another flat hander here. Keeps it in 6, a little bit of wider line there, and then you really want to hit that curb on the inside here as soon as possible. Back on the throttle and then go back to second, and then you really need to feel the back end of your car when you could put it back on the gas again. Take a little bit wider line so you can actually take a little bit more speed into this corner, and then we managed to do a 13.2. Back to you, Taz, and have a really good T2 race. All like and subscribe. Peace.
Thank you there, Jerry. Yeah, we are literally so close to getting started now. We're 1 minute until we get started. I believe everyone's in. Just gonna have a little flick through the menu now, see who we got. I'm not sure if Shifty's got the right car. Hopefully he does. We can't actually see it. I thought he would. I was gonna quickly message him. Shifty.
Here at TTM Motorsport, this time we're bringing you another top 10 moments video. This time we're coming from Silverstone. A bit of a different video this week, as there wasn't so much action as normal. Just a one-off at this racetrack. Don't know why it didn't produce a lot of action, but hey ho, we've only got 5 minutes for you this week.
About time. These lucky little tier 2.
But Silverstone, great track.
I think best
home of
would be
F1.
if it's
And out of
dry
the clips
and
that we do
after,
have, there are some
like the pit
amazing
stop
moments.
window, it
Starting
then
off with
goes
Tesla
like-
Carl. In our tier 1 race,
Yeah,
it was
that
very
first
wet, as you can
fireworks,
see.
big
On board
fire
with
there.
Tez here
So
behind
literally, if you
Carl,
just have it like
coming
a
up
few
towards
laps
Maggots and
after
Beggets,
the
he
pit
looks
window
around
close,
outside
little, like,
of Carl
sling it
going
out
into
and
this
stay on.
section.
all time.
And they're side by side.
Oh, that would be-
Excellent
that would be
racing
so
here,
fun,
managing
mate.
to not bump into each other.
Your top 5 this week playing. Must have clicked the wrong button by accident. But we'll be having that at a 5-minute break. We'll be having between qualifying and the race. As we do love the videos that you produce, Josh, they are truly amazing. It gives the drivers something to look forward to at the end of each week. They are pretty awesome. Right, we Shifty and Shifty's in. I think we're ready.
Liam needs to choose a car.
Yeah, it should be alright with multiplayer cars. It just automatically.
Oh yeah, it was like, wasn't it?
Remember the 5-min break. Ready up. So we only have 17 drivers. To be fair, that's more than I thought we was going to have. Or is that everyone? That might have been everyone actually. Yeah, there's only, yeah, that's right, it's 17 drivers, that is right. God, pray for rain, come on. This would be so fun to commentate if it rains. A track like this it would be, but I felt like for Jerry and Steel last week it was super hard to commentate Silverstone rain for the tier 1. Because it's such like an open, a long track, you know. It's somewhere like this, it could cause absolute scenes. But yeah, if we could have them sort of the Silverstone conditions here at Hungary today,
Yeah, that would be
really interesting.
good. Yeah. Especially with Silverstone, it's very, like you said, open. All the corners, I don't want to say it easy, they're kind of more flowing sort of.
Yeah.
Whereas here, especially through sector 2, because it's just corner after corner after corner after corner, it would be really interesting to see how the drivers deal with that.
Yeah, I agree, mate. I really do. yeah, could cause some upsets for sure.
But don't worry, I'm sure, like normal F1, it'll just be bone dry.
Yeah. Why are we still waiting? Why is it loading still? Oh, we're going. Let's have a look. What we got? Let us know in the chat, guys. The full weather report, please. Hayes is absolutely stoked that you're commentating. He gets to hear your posh voices. It's raining! It's raining!
I told you.
Josh has brought the rain, guys. Dry race though. Dry race. Not wet quality.
At least it's some rain, you know.
You said that. You predicted that. You said a wet qualifying and a dry race, mate. What's your top 3 prediction? You're gonna get it. You've got
You know what?
Jerry, DC, and or have you changed it up again?
No, I've changed it up. I think DC's going to get his first one.
So you're gonna go DC.
DC, Jerry, and I think third is all to play for. I think there's so many drivers who could get it. And
Guys.
more
More
importantly, with this session being wet, 3 choice of tyres to start on.
True, that is very true. Yeah, there could be some interesting strategies to start off with. And I think, will we see drivers starting on the harder compounds, or will they just go for the softs to try and hold position? Because we know it's super hard to overtake. Maybe they might want to start on the softs anyway, just so they don't feel threat at the start. But it's really interesting. I don't know. This could be anyone's game. The strategy's all to play for now. Hopefully the widgets work today, guys. The last 2 tier 3 races, it's been absolutely nightmare. But so far, it looks all right. Guys, in the chat, please give us your predictions for the top 3. And there is a subscriber giveaway. I'll be giving away some lucky guesser a subscription here for the TTM channel if you can get the top 3 right. So if you get the top 3 right, you will be given a subscription. So get commenting now, do it before the end of quali, and at the end of quali I'll take all the votes, and then we'll see who gets it closest at the end. On Monday we'll do this and every tomorrow. So hopefully you guys can get a little bit closer this time. DC's out. I'm going to start with DC. Who are you going to go on board with, Josh?
I'm going to go on with board with Jerry. He's just coming around a little bit behind DC.
Okay. Jerry could get pole here with his time earlier. We saying he got 63rd as well, so he'll be looking very good. Yeah.
And looking at the results, he has got 8 poles already, so it could be a 9th pole that he's having today.
In the double figures. This is pretty stable so far. You can see how slow it is there in the frame. Not to see it fast. It's slow around Hungary. Oh, it gets a bit of kick
Oh, that was
there.
big moment.
Side chicane. Pretty well at the moment. It's a bit boring still there. RPM glitch, which is super annoying to listen to.
Jerry's using the esports tactic of shifting up as early as possible to minimise that wheel spin.
Small Hands goes in with a provisional pole 131.8, and then Bradley Vipers has got it for 28.2. That's fast. Let's see what DC goes there as they can run the final corner now. Happy to give up. This time it's really bad. DC only goes third at 121 flat. That's a good time. And who's that?
Jerry's just
Striker's son?
posted.
Striker's son has just spun. Who's Jerry's posted to?
Jerry just posted fastest sector 2. Shifted 27.7.
Oof. Shifty.
Jerry's just about to come across the line now. 27.4.
See what Liam does. Liam goes purple in sector 1, green sector 2. Oh, he's just off Jerry there, 10th off. Some good times here, guys. And then Shifty's out on another lap, so back to back. Green sector 1, so he might be close there, then we managed to keep a bit of a straight line. So Ace Watch ahead of him. I believe Ace Watch was more than likely out on a lap 2. Oh. Sorry guys, at the game volume super loud there. Can someone let us know if that's alright now? I've only just seen the comments. Shifty is coming around the final corner now. He's on green in sector 1, green in sector 2. Let's see how sector 3 plays out for the McLaren Shark Sim racing driver. As he wasn't able to improve, he was 3/10 down.
Jerry's just finished his second lap, but lost a load of time in the final sector. I think he lost about half a second. But he's going for a third successive lap, which is interesting.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to start on them tyres. Oh, yeah, you wouldn't be starting on them tyres, would you? Of course not, because it's a dry race. Personally, I'd want to get in the pits and get a fresh pair of boots on, you know? Start fresh again, but... He's got purple in sector 1 though, to be fair. He's 3/10 up on his time already. Through the chicane. Makes it look really easy, keeping full traction there.
Hopefully he doesn't get too disturbed by the car ahead. I think it should be far enough ahead.
Yeah, it looks like he's far enough ahead, the Duratone GT40 driver. Not sure who that is from a distance.
I think he lost a bit of time in sector 2, but he's still 3/10 up.
Yeah, he's still 3/10. That's right. Oof, he could put in a good time there. Could he break in to the 26s? Is it possible? Game audio is a bit low. I can't get
Shifty's
it right,
has gone quicker.
Oh!
Quickest even.
Shifty with 27.3.
And then
Jerry's got a
Jerry.
27 flat, almost in the 26s. What a time. So if Jerry could do that on 3-lap old Inters, what can he do on a fresh set, you know?
And he's probably got lots of fuel on board, because, well, have more fuel on board than he really needs, because he's done quite a few laps.
Yeah.
I reckon if conditions don't worsen, Jerry could be into the mid-26s.
I think so too. Good thing you practice just before the race for the wet. It's really paying off now as he's having his first wet session of Tier 2 as Weber plays, gets a lot of oversteer there and actually invalidates. And that's a shame. Ace Watch about to start their lap. You know what, I'll stick with Ace. Are they starting a lap? Yeah, they are. They're starting a lap now. Go around the final corner. Let's see how Ace Watch does in the Bentley Zero car. One of our newest drivers here in the Tier 2 series. He, on their debut, their rookie round, they managed to win in Baku. Let's see if they can bring back another podium here at Hungary. You can see now on the screen, you can see the current championship as Jerry leads from nearly 30 points from DC, and then Shifty, his teammate, is only 3 points behind DC. We've got Pipe, who's dropped down to 4th with 138. Ace Watch just invalidated their lap. Hannon in 5th, Viper 6th, Chisel 7th, Rebel 8th, GB292 in 9th, and who are on board with now Ace Watch is P10. And the Constructors' Championship has the McLaren Shark Sim Racing drivers dominating with 287 points, so the Brawn lads in 2nd with 219, and Equinox Spycraft 1 in 3rd with 187 points, making a position up from last round. 2 rounds ago.
I've been on board with M still the past, well, on his first run and now this run, and he doesn't seem to be liking these conditions whatsoever. I don't know whether he's running a dry setup, which is maybe compromising him a bit, but it just doesn't seem like he has the front end to stick through these corners.
Maybe he's gone for a dry setup for the race, I'm not sure.
But then even a dry setup, because it's round here, will still be quite high downfalls.
Yeah, and you can always adjust your front wing as well before the race starts. So. But we do have Pipe now, who was championship leader at the start of the season, out on a lap now. We've got green in sector 1. See how he gets on his lap. We have Lewis there, the Zanza Honda racing driver, spinning into the grass ahead of him. We have another driver in the grass up ahead. I think that is one of the McLaren boys, but I think they were just getting out of the way. Oh no, it's Bradley Johnson in the other Zanza Honda car. Getting out of the way nicely there for Jerry Pipe, as Pipe just keeps it within track limits there. It looks like he's actually on a pretty good lap here. Let's see what he does in sector 2. He's gone green again. I can't actually see if he's up or down though, because the writing's on top of each other, which is a bit annoying. But this could be a good lap. Pipe would love to get bring some good points home in Hungary, as he's not been getting too lucky recently, retiring from the race, pulling his car into the pits in Silverstone. A couple of bad results before that as well, so Pipe really wants to make a comeback here. He goes P7 with a 128. So maybe he can go a bit quicker than that. He may not be that happy with that, as we know what he's capable of. Jerry out on starting a lap now actually. Stick with Jerry, he's on a fresh set of intermediates. Currently pole with a 127 flat. Can he get into the 26s?
I don't know what you think, Tez, but I think it's getting heavier, the rain.
I think it is too.
Yeah. So maybe mid-26s is a bit ambitious.
Ambitious, yeah. That's probably a better word than this, yeah. Ambitious. But you never know. The Equinox Spiker F1 driver could make some wonders here, but I'm actually starting to see a bit of standing water. I think you're right, mate.
Yeah, DC's just lost half a second in the first sector.
Jerry's 3 tenths down as well. I think this could be the order. Jerry, Shifty, DC, Liam, Viper.
I'm on board with Shifty now, so let's see if he improves. No, he's 3 tenths down as well. And
6 tenths down on mine, yeah. It's crazy. That's it then. I don't think anyone's going to be able to improve. As I just watch drivers slip aside everywhere. We've got a Pacifica Porsche driver there of M Steel.
It's Lewis just has had a big moment coming through the middle sector.
Let's try and find some drivers slipping aside, because I don't think we're going to see anyone improving. So let's try and catch some drifts.
I'm going to sit on board with M still and see if he can get out of last position.
What a shame. He's not even been able to set a time yet. It's a shout going on still.
As he gets a boatload of understeer through turn 2. When I watched on board with the Mali, he was really struggling through this quick left-hander, so let's see how he does it this time. Is he better that time? Yeah.
Carry on. Yeah, he's improving. Gone green there in sector 1. Hey there, Artyom Randomy T. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. If you guys haven't already, please drop us a follow, as we are super close to getting our target of 200 followers Target is another 8 days. We're currently on 163. It's free to follow. It is only one click. That's all you have to do, and it really does help us TTM grow. So if you could do that, guys, that would be pretty awesome. As we don't disappoint with the races, to be honest. We tend to have really good races week in, week out at the moment, and it's all super exciting. Especially the Tier 2 race. There's some incredible racing going on in this series. As M Steel now comes around the final corner, coming down the main straight. Was a 130.6, which moves up to 13th, which drops Small Hands down to 17th into last place. So Steel be happy with that. He's been able to improve.
Yeah, not a bad time, especially seeing as conditions are worse.
Terrible. They're awful right now. I'm seeing a lot of standing water. I was actually seeing some drivers out in the wets now, so we've got Get My Pipe, Ace Watch, Leg, and Striker Sun out on the wets. Don't know if they're going to be able to improve on wets, to be honest. It is technically the slower tyre, really. I don't know, what do you think, Josh, or the wet master? Do you think they can improve on their times of wet tyres right now?
No, I don't think so. I think...
Oh, so we've got a spinner! Oh, that Striker Sun into the wall, the Equinox Spike at F1, and now he's reversing down the track, and he's facing the complete wrong way. Luckily there's another driver's coming on, coming in behind him. Got away with that one.
As Strikes and shows, I think it's too wet. That's the order for the race.
Yeah, there's no chance, I don't think. We've got 11 drivers coming out though. Everyone's coming out in a set of wet to see if they can try and improve, but I mean, it's something to do, I guess.
Yeah.
It's better than sitting in the pits, isn't it?
And with no risk of ruining your race by crashing, may as well.
Exactly. Yeah, why not? They won't need any wets or anything, or nothing like that for the race, because it's predicted a full dry race. Yeah, it's super wet now. Shame we can't hold off for a little bit longer and we can see it through the race, but Stacey's retired from the session. Yes, one gone. The race is bone dry. So they finally got their first bit of wet conditions here in the whole championship here in season 1. But unfortunately, it doesn't follow through to the race, because that would be really, really fun to watch and fun to commentate.
So Tez, what tyres do you think everyone's going to start on?
I think some people are going to want track position, so I feel like softs will be the way forward to hold track position at the start. But then we're going to get some people going possibly for the harder compound. I don't know if you could last out the mediums for long enough. Bear in mind there's going to be some virtual safety cars. Bear in mind there could be a safety car. Could you do a medium soft stint and just try and last out the mediums for as long as you can, and then go on a set of softs at the end? Is that asking too much? What do you think?
I think it's a bit too much. I've not done practice for this track. Normally what I would do is either see how long. I normally qualify, do a race, qualify on softs, and then go on to mediums and just go as long as they can go until they literally burst. But around here, yeah, I don't think the medium soft is doable. So then maybe some drivers might start on the softs. If it's going to be you have to go on the hard tyre at some point anyway, may as well start on the softs even, and then have that extra grip off of the start.
Off a start, exactly. And I think starting on the hards, you'll be dropping back, and then we're talking about position on track. It's really hard to overtake here anyway. There's only sort of like 2 areas you can really overtake. So yeah, I don't think we'll see many people starting on a different compound. Maybe we might see some 2-stoppers that might start on the mediums and then do a soft maybe. But apart from that, I think it's going to be a majority soft starters. DC's absolutely gutted. I see in the comments that they said this was a track they could have got pole at, maybe the only track. But there's still plenty of races left yet for that to happen, DC, I'm sure.
Now I reckon if I was maybe Get Me My Pipe, or especially if I was outside of the top 10, I would be thinking about putting on a set of hards.
Right, yeah. Yeah, because when you're that far back anyway, it's not like you're not got as much to lose as you do if you're in sort of top 5 or so, have you? So
No, and if you
that's
can,
a shout.
if you can stay near enough to the cars ahead, because although the hards will be rubbish for the first few laps, when the softs and mediums start to fall away, well, more the softs, but the mediums will eventually fall away too. And then if you can just drag them out till like lap 20, 25-ish, and then go on to the softs, I think you'd be pretty lucrative at the end of the race.
I think so too. Well,
Hello
that is
everybody,
it then,
and
guys. We've got Jerry
today
on
we
pole,
ride
Shippy in
on board
second place.
with
We've got DC in third,
myself
Hannon
here
in
at the
fourth.
Hungarian ring.
Three Irish
It's one of my
in
favorite
a row there.
tracks.
We've got
Today
Viper
is
in
the
fifth. We've got
Tier
Jimmy
2
in sixth.
race
Getting my pipe
every
followed by
Wednesday
Fletcher,
8 p.m.
by
as we
TTM
come
Cat,
into this first
Rebel,
corner
Ace Watch from
really
Leg,
late, and
from M Steel,
make sure you hit that Apex DRS on, don't hit that curb on the left side, it will really spin out your car.
Right,
Then
now
you
we're
really
actually
need
going to
to
go and
stay
have a 5-minute
close
break.
to this inside and maybe even
it's
go
already
to
started.
second right, take that curb, and then it's going to a flat out corner here. I miss a little bit of speed here by actually
Here at TTM Motorsport, this time we're bringing you another top 10 moments video. This time we're coming from Silverstone. A bit of a different video this week, as there wasn't so much action as normal. Just a one-off at this racetrack. Don't know why it didn't produce a lot of action, but hey ho, we've only got 5 minutes for you this week. But Silverstone, great track, home of F1. And out of the clips that we do have, there are some amazing moments. So starting off with Ted and Carl. In our Tier 1 race, it was very, very wet, as you can see, on board with Tez here behind Carl, coming up towards Maggots and Beggots. He looks around the outside of Carl going into this section, and they're side by side. Excellent racing here, managing to not bump into each other and keeping it clean, goes wheel to wheel, and Tez has it done by the exit of Chapel, but coming down the straight now towards Stowe. Carl goes out to the left, and I think they just touch wheels, and unfortunately in these conditions and at that speed it was always going to end badly, but just a tiny little tap from Carl onto Tez, which unfortunately ruined that epic battle that they were having. On to number 4 we have Jägerbomb versus Hayes. This is on the last lap of the race, coming towards Stowe now, on board with Jägerbomb in that slipstream, using up all the ERS he has left. He looks around the outside of Stowe, a difficult place to make a move normally, and in the wet it's even more difficult. We just see Hayes' front wing there, front wheel, just sticking with him as he breaks around the outside. Jägerbomb's used up all of his ERS, and Hayes is able to go around the outside. Jägerbomb can't quite switch it back, and Hayes just holds on to that 7th position. But great racing there. Shame for Jägerbomb that he couldn't make the move and get up into make another place up, but fantastic racing there. On number 3 we have myself, TTM Josh, changing it up from Pickles versus Alistair. I've just made my pit stop, coming out of the pits now. Alistair's just going through turn 1 now, and will just overtake me here. And I am on the fresh tyres, so I do have a bit of an advantage here. So it's not, me just. Alistair couldn't really do anything about it because I just had better tyres. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, coming down Wellington Straight, I want to say. Being British, I should probably know this, but Wellington Straight down into Brooklands and Luffield. Going around the outside, we get a ton of understeer right here, and just manage to keep it within the track limits as we go around the outside of the Racing Point driver on those fresh tyres. Probably a bit warmer from being in the tyre blankets as well. So able to make that move and go and try and catch Brindy, which we were unsuccessful in doing this time. Now coming on to our number 2 spot, we have M Still versus Liam Hannon. As we come on board with M Still here, coming through cops, Liam gets quite wide, gets a bad exit, and M Still is on those soft tyres. He's able to go around the outside of Maggots into Beckett's, and a fantastic move there from the 2 Tier 2 drivers as M Still makes up another place. And on to our number 1 place for this week in our top 5 moments is Thomason versus Simba. On board with Thomason here, coming through Maggots and Beckett's. Still torrential rain, even at the end of our Tier 1 race. Through Chapel now, Thomason gets a slightly better exit, he's using all of his ERS down towards Stowe, but I think he's running slightly more downforce. That would be what I would say, because he's not able to pass Simba on the straight, but through Stowe now, he seems to just have a touch more downforce and can get on the power a little bit quicker and easier, and then round the outside into this final few corners at Silverstone. Thompson is able to make the move done. It's worth mentioning as well, Jägerbomb and Stant, I think, had a similar move, so an honorary shout out to them as well. Anyway, that's been top 5 moments for you this week. Sorry it's a bit condensed. We should be back to normal top 10 moments next week. If you liked the video, hit that like button, subscribe.
Right guys, we have had our 5-minute break. I hope everyone's got a drink, used the toilet, or done whatever you need to do in 5 minutes, but don't go anywhere now, as we're just about to get started with the Tier 2 race here in Hungary for round 13. I'm going to tell the drivers now to ready up, and we'll be underway any second now.
I've just gone to race director, and very interesting choice of tyres for everyone. Shifty is on the softs. Pretty much everyone around him is on the mediums. GB292 in 6th is starting on the hards.
Ooh, interesting. I didn't know you could do that. Could you look at that? Because I didn't even think about doing something like that.
And
Press
Bradley
pause,
Johnson, yeah, and Bradley Johnson in 15th is on hard as well. Pretty much everyone is on mediums with a few soft runners.
Epic one. Here we go. As we've got 4 red lights, 5 red lights, and we're here and we're away for the Hungarian Grand Prix for the Tier 2 Championship. As it looks like Jerry's got a good start, but it looks like McLaren Shark Sim racer is looking around the outside now, but Jerry's up into first, and it looks like one of the Brawn drivers is making a move up the inside, but they've dropped back to 3rd place, and it looks pretty clean so far as we have everybody staying on the track.
SDC's dropped down to 5th.
Ooh, no good there from SDC. It looks like we have Alfred Fletcher, is it? Up making a few positions. Now we've got a few going wide now, coming up into this super fast left-hander, see if they make it through all in one piece. To be honest, it's looking pretty good so far as Alfie Fletcher, Rebel make contact, and Rebel has just spun. But so far though, apart from that, it's all looking pretty good. The small hands is on the grass back there too.
Liam Hannon is right behind Shifty, going for a move down into the right-hander. Oh, Shifty almost cuts him off.
Now he's got his teammate right on his gearbox now. Viper looking all over Liam Hannon. Oh, he's got a spin! DC spun! No way! Look at that. Oh, I saw that looking on the rear view camera there. Viper. What a shame. We have SDC who's dropped down to P9 now, making a move into P8 on Alfie Fletcher. Jerry's looking like he's going quite a bit ahead now. He's probably just over a second ahead of Shifty's. Shifty's got a bit of pressure now from Liam Hannon as Liam Hannon is closing that gap on the McLaren driver. Guys look to get a lot of twitch of oversteer coming out of these corners. But these tyres haven't quite warmed up yet, the mediums. They're maybe not used to starting on the medium compounds like the drivers are used. What we
Alfie's
got?
just hit DC into the chicane.
Oh, no way.
DC's
Oh,
lost
it's
2
DC's!
places.
Oh, nearly again. He's got still all over DC now. DC be absolutely gutted. I'm staying with the top runners at the moment as I feel like something could happen here. If you catch anything, just let us know, mate.
Importantly, GB292 has only lost 1 position and he's still running on those hard, so he is potentially looking in quite a good position here.
Yeah, certainly is. Now we have Viper making a move on his teammate Liam Hannon. And through he goes, and it was pretty easy for him as Liam Hannon didn't defend much. I think there'll be a party right now, and he'll be letting his
DC's going around
teammate go
the outside of it's Lewis. Can he get Alfie as well? Out of turn 1. He gets good traction. And down the inside of the turn.
Oh, what a move!
And
What a
Lewis
move!
follows him through.
McLaren Shark Sim drivers made an incredible move. Viper all over the back of Shifty now, so his teammates let him through, and now Viper is going to have a go at trying to get past the McLaren Shark Sim drivers. Pipe picks up a 3-second penalty there as we're into lap 3. Bit early for a penalty, but you never know what could have happened on the first lap.
DC, I've not seen the move, but DC's just got past GB292. Although GB keeps it down the inside of the penultimate corner. Almost contact there.
A lot of trains building up there.
And this is going to be a mega battle into turn 1 between GB, it's Lewis and Alfie. Although I think they're all in the DRS train. Oh! That's an
Bit
ambitious
of
dive bomb.
contact. That was a bit of a dive bomb there, you're right.
And this
Jerry's
is one of the
making a
issues
gap.
they might face. It's all been a DRS train, not really being able to gain on the car ahead.
Yeah, because obviously DRS and DRS doesn't really make much of progress for drivers behind, so yeah, DRS train isn't always that good. Shifty's got both Brawn drivers all over the back of him. He's got a lot of pressure on him right now. As obviously last time out we did have Liam Hannon and Shifty make contact on lap 1. They both managed to get through lap 1 this time without any contact, but they will be definitely racing to score some good points as they both scored 0 points out at Silverstone.
I think at this stage of the race, Viper is probably quicker than Shifty, but Shifty does have track position. It's just difficult getting past him, but hopefully he can make a move into turn 1 if he gets a good enough exit.
He's got a lot of less ERS as well. We know Shifty isn't the best at reserving ERS, as we now have Viper coming right up now into the inside of Shifty. Shifty can't quite make it as M Steele's left the session, so we've actually had to migrate host, which is a super shame. He must have lagged out. And Shifty holds position for now though.
That was good defending there from Shifty, breaking late, keeping the momentum around the outside, and I think Viper got a big snap of oversteer as he went to put the power on.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh. Alfie's out.
Alfie's out. What's
What's
happened to
happened to
Alfie? What a shame. Safety car. So this could throw a spanner into the works for his strategy.
Small
Who
Hands
is gonna
just
pit?
managed to make it into the pits. But will anyone? Will Joey pit?
Where's the
It was
Alfie's
at
done it on
turn
the
1.
straight. Oh, was it at turn 1, was it?
Yeah, I didn't see what happened to him though.
Well, we'll stay on board with Small Hands as they may be able to see the car, but I would have thought it would be the car would be taken away by then. Actually, yeah, I think the car's gone now. So what is our leader going to be doing? Jerry out in the Xbox Spiker F1 car. Is he going to come in? No, he doesn't. He's sticking to his initial strategy, staying on the mediums and staying out for another few laps yet.
Ace watches pitting.
Bradley Johnson picks up a penalty there, drive-through penalty for speeding under a safety car, so not ideal.
What will Ace Watch put on? Is he going to try and put the hards on? He's putting the hards on. Presumably trying to
Reb-
go to the end of the race.
Rebel's coming as well. Will Rebel be going on the hards, or will they be going on maybe a set of mediums or a set of softs? Possibly a set of... Is he going for... I can't see. I think that's a hard, I think. Can't see from that angle. Yeah, he's on for the hards too. We have... Who's this in the pits? We've got Bradley Johnson coming into the pits. He's on the hards at the moment, and he's put a set of mediums on. That was a really slow stop. He had to take a penalty there, clearly. So Jerry leads from Shifty, from Viper, from Liam, from Getting My Pipe, from GB292, Lewis, from Cap, from SDC, A-Torch Raptor, the top 10, and we have Striking Sun in 11th, Leg in 12th, Rebel 13th, M Steel, followed by Bradley Johnson to Small Hands. Right guys, what are the predictions in the chat? As we're now on a safety car, let's see what you guys think. I will still be doing this subscription giveaway thing, as no one has actually been very talkative yet. So give us your predictions in the chat now for a chance to win a subscription here at TTM.
Interestingly, Striker Son didn't pit on from his softs, which I think that might have been a mistake, but
Yeah, he could be, to be fair, yeah.
Unless he
I
thinks
think
it's-
that'd be a prime opportunity to pit with, to be honest.
unless he thinks it's a mistake to one stop. But as I said that, he's just going to the pits.
Oh, is he? He's coming a bit late, but better late than never.
Yeah, it's better to pit now, just drop to the back of the field rather than
Yeah, rather
losing
just-
20 seconds from everyone. Although he's putting mediums on, so going for the 2-stop there.
Interesting. Well, this could be a really interesting restart as we're all bunched up once again. These drivers got off to a pretty good start, to be fair, on lap 1. There wasn't a lot of contact. We obviously had Rebel who made a spin, but apart from that, it was a relatively clean start, a lot better than the Tier 3s managed to start off on Monday. It looks like M Steel's having an absolute nightmare here with connections. We have Efang who has just put in Jerry, Viper, Liam. So Efang, I'll write that down. Efang, Jerry, Viper, Liam. Any more predictions, guys? Please put them in now as we're on a safety car, and I can look at the chat a lot better.
It'll be interesting to see how they fire these tyres back up. I know normally a lap or two after a safety car, the tyres are still a bit cold, not in the best operating window, so let's see who can fire them up quickest.
As you know, from Baku, Jerry didn't get onto a very good restart from the safety car as the green flag came out, and then he made an error, and the tyres weren't quite warm enough, and he spun on the exit curb of turn 1, and that gave him 0 points that round, so he was pretty gutted with that. Hopefully we don't have a repeat here, and hopefully I haven't just done a commentator's curse, because Jerry will be absolutely kicking me later.
I think there's prime opportunities there for DC to try and make up some positions after his bad start.
Yeah, DC's really going to want to try and keep his head down now and get on with it. I can see DC coming through and doing well here, as long as he keeps his head down and stays focused. I think the McLaren driver will be able to do well here. Is he shown the paces? Liam Harris just left. No, shame. Hopefully he can get back in for a restart. But DC has shown the pace here in the dry. Hopefully he can make a comeback. As Viper gets a yellow, ignores the yellow flag there, and gets a 5-second penalty. So that could throw a huge spanner into the works. Come to the end of the Grand Prix when penalties are awarded. Let's have a look and see what Jerry's tyres are currently on. So his tyre condition, 80, and then the 84s, 85, 84. So They're in pretty good condition still, considering they're mediums. We're on lap 8. I mean, obviously we've had a few laps behind the safety car, so it just helped. Liam Hannon is back in now, and I would have thought we'd be having a safety car in now, so everyone's bunched up once again. We see Jerry really scrubbing them tyres. The safety car is in this lap. Now it's up to Jerry to set the pace of the field. Where do you reckon is a good place to floor it, Pickles? I can't call Pickles anymore. It's Josh. Where would you normally floor it and catch the drivers off guard? We know you've had a lot of situations where you've been in this position Jerry's in. What would you do?
I'd try and do it on the last corner. Try and do it so that you're straight and the other drivers aren't. But looks like Jerry's already gone.
He's gone for it. He's long gone.
Which may not be a bad shout. May have caught them all unawares.
As we're back, I'm looking at the back of the grid and everyone's just stopped. Literally, that's crazy. The drivers are so spread out already. If you look on the mini-map, look at the drivers. They're just crossing the line now.
Has Rebel spun as well? Looks like Rebel might have spun. As he's still at the last corner, I reckon he clipped that inside barrier as he comes into the pits now.
Viper didn't get a very good start there as they've dropped down to 10th already, and Wade Johnson gets a 3-second penalty there, and now we have Ace Watch looking at the back of Cat.
Liam Hannon is all the way down in 10th. Having a disastrous restart as he goes around the outside of someone through the quick left-hander. That was a great move there.
Both of the Duo 2 GT40 drivers battling. We've got Cat and Leg. Where's the battles out? Looks like SDC could be in for a battle here. DC has got Lewis in 6th. Bit of oversteer down from Lewis. Bristol's left again. He's had an absolute nightmare of his internet tonight. How's Shifty managed to just say Shifty Viper Jerry? He's mid-race. Right, we'll put him down.
I think Viper needs to get a move done soon on Shifty. Because he looks quicker. And hopefully if he can get past it, he can start challenging Jerry for the win.
So now I have Lewis and DC. Oh, DC goes up the inside of the Zanzale Honda race driver. Can he make the switch back as he's back up the inside of DC? What a switch back there from Lewis, but DC up the inside again. But he has to back off and Lewis holds position. What a move that was. Great racing. Shifty picks up a 3-second time penalty. I bet Lewis would be buzzing by that one. Oh, it's Shifty's brother. My bad. That makes sense now. I was going to say, he's talented. He's doing a Monty being able to text and drive. DC picks up a 3-second time penalty there. Where's the battles at, Josh? What can you find?
I'm watching Viper at the moment. It just looks like he's too far behind Shifty at the moment to make anything happen. Hopefully, I think DRS is enabled now, so hopefully he can start using that and trying to get ahead, because Shifty's not in range of Jerry to have DRS. Oh, so DZ goes up the inside of Lewis.
Oh, we're going again.
I think this time,
Lewis.
he's got the move done.
Oh, I love this camera angle on board of the helicopter. This is such a good angle to watch.
Now, hopefully DC can go chase after
Oh,
GBT92.
Lewis really closing in on him.
Viper's
giving up this easy.
super close to Shifty through this middle sector, but there's just nowhere to overtake for him.
Small hands picking up a 3-second time penalty there. Rebel setting the fastest lap. Lewis getting a 3-second time penalty, so he's really trying to push to pass DC, picking up a penalty in the meantime. Aboard with Liam Hannon now. They are trying to reel in Ace Watch in the Bentley Zero car.
Viper just not close enough in turn 1. Can you get a better exit out of it turn 1 down towards turn 2? Or Viper goes down the inside of Shifty. Is there contact? No. I think, yeah, Shifty just manages to keep position there. I think there might be a little bit of contact, but
I was
they're all
watching
still
it on
going.
Claret, I couldn't find it. Oh dear, it is. Okay, there was no overtake there, I didn't miss that one. GB292 up into 6th. He's managed to get past Lewis. GB292 looked like he's in for a very solid race here so far.
I think him and Ace Watch could be ones to watch later on.
All down to the strategy. Steele's back in. Oh, I do feel for Steele. He's an absolute mare.
I'm on board with Bot.
Closing on Ace Watch. Who are you on board with?
I'm on board with Viper again, seeing if he can get Shifty. What's that ERS at?
I don't think he'll get to 7 ways too far back.
No.
by the looks of it. But could we see the other UTEP broad driver as he's now sitting P9 as a train for P6? No, I think, well, Ace Watch is looking like it's powering. Could he get past Lewis into turn 1? I think a bit. No, not this time. Not quite enough. A good exit out of turn 1 could lead you into a good position coming into turn 2, but none of the drivers are able to do it. 5 picks up a 3-second penalty. Viper really putting the pressure on Shifty, but it doesn't seem to be breaking Shifty that much, to be honest. Shifty wasn't very confident coming into this race, but so far he's put in a really good shift. Oh, I've used that pun too many times, can't use that one.
Lewis is right behind GB292. Those medium tyres, even though they're 12 laps old, when it's great effect. But again, like what's happening with Viper and Shifty, Lewis is able to stick with him through sector 2 and then just can't keep it through the final sector.
There's a lovely train though, Foreman.
Viper's just made an overtake. Viper's gone deep into turn 1.
Ooh.
I think that would have been a dive bomb to try and get him. He just outbroke himself.
Missed that. See if we can do anything here. Beatman didn't get a great exit there, to be fair. Ace Watch gets a fairly good one, but still it's just following each other. Like you said, the
Yeah.
DRS train just isn't helping the drivers, to be honest. They're just following each other. But Cat has actually managed to catch up to these lot as well, so this DRS train isn't helping at all. It's actually allowing other drivers to catch up.
I would say at the moment, I think GB is maybe struggling on those tyres, but I think he has maybe the straight line speed advantage.
Yeah, Lewis puts a bit of a steer there. Benny driver almost gets past, but his tyres will come to life a little bit later on. And these tyres, the medium runners, will be struggling. So as long as GB can keep him behind for now, he could be in a really good position come a few laps time.
It doesn't help as well. Lewis has very minimal ERS, whereas GB's got over half. So that's probably what's helping GB stay ahead. As Lewis pits, going for that undercut.
Not much is happening though. No overtaking. So Viper still behind Shifty on the mini map as well.
Ace Watch has got a terrible exit out of turn 1, but I don't think Liam's... No. Again, the DRS train, Liam just can't get enough speed to get past him. But after Viper's moment, he's caught back up to Shifty. I think it dropped below a second, or dropped above a second gap between them. It's back down to 6/10.
So Liam's tyres are actually looking not too great at the moment. They've dropped into the orange zone, into the 60s. We have Ace Watch is just in the 80s. He's obviously on the hards, and GB292 is looking good as well.
Viper's pitting.
Viper's in.
It says Lewis is spun. I think Lewis threw that tricky right-hander with the annoying curb on the inside.
We had a casualty there. It was bound to happen. Right, let's see if we have an overtake this time. It's Ace Watch GB292. Ace Watch is getting a really good run out of the final corner, but it's not going to be enough. GB292 is really holding on to track position really nicely on these hards. Obviously Ace Watch is on the hards too. But Liam Hannon will be dropping off now as his tyres are looking worse for wear. GB292 goes really wide there. Ace Watch capitalises on that, and now he's all over the rear of the Pacifico Porsche driver. But again, there's just not enough space to be able to make a move. As GB292 goes wide again, Liam Hannon picks up another 3-second penalty. So Liam Hannon's racking up the penalties now. Ace Watch is trying everything to try and get past now. His teammate picks up a 3-second time penalty.
Yeah, Ace Watch needs to get past because I'm not too sure what the pit delta is, but if Jerry pits now, he'll come out maybe behind the Cat.
That'll be, yeah, I think it'll be behind Cat, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I think it might just be in front of Leg.
Oh, Ace Watch is up the inside. Can he do it though? Is he going to hang out on the outside and make the switch back on GB292? But GB292 closes the door. Says not today, Ace Watch. Great race in this.
Are they going to be going 3 wide into turn 1? Oh,
and Jerry just comes out and joining the battle as well. He's just come out right amongst his battle.
That he's got ahead of them too.
Wow, incredible. Look at this, side by side now, GB292 and Ace Watch. As GB292 tries to hold up the inside, Ace Watch gives him room. And they're still side by side. Contact! Contact! Oh, more contact from the Braun driver. They've all gone into the grass. And Cat is really capitalised on that. As now Liam has dropped right back. And I think he might have had damage as well.
Yeah, he has
damage.
Oh, that's such a shame.
It was looking really good.
Yeah, that was crucial for Jerry ahead of the drivers already in the hards.
Yeah, he's finessed that. He really has. He's come out in second place, so he'll be buzzing with that.
So
and,
now, if I was Shifty, I would just stay out for as long as possible and hope that another safety car comes out.
Hey there, Raro. How's it going, buddy? We've got Viper all over the back of Striker Sun. See what happens as Striker Sun goes extremely wide, locks up. That allows the Braun driver to come up the inside of the final corner and up into P7.
I will say GB is doing an incredible job of staying ahead of all these drivers.
He really is. I would love to see it. It is really good, and he's not cracking from the pressure either, which is great to see. Still out again. Oh, not quite. Let's see what Cat can do though. Can he get past GB292? Can he be the person to make him crack? He's out in the medium tyres. Let's see how his tyres are looking. Not too bad. They're on in the 60s, high 60s. Well, the right side is anyway, and the left side is on the low 60s. So the left tyre are taking a lot more beatings. Oh, he gets a lot of oversteer. He almost bins it. Oh, we've got Raro as a commentator. Is that commentator for who, mate? I'm not aware of this.
I'm on board with Get Me My Pipe as he's looking to make an overtake on Striker Sun. I think he was just a bit too far back and hopped up into turn 1.
He's got DC,
not
DC
too far
closest
behind him.
gearbox. Yeah.
And both of them have a lot more ERS than Striker's Son.
White picks up another penalty. So Striker's Son holding up, getting pipe there, coming through at fast action a little bit. That's really allowed DC to close up. And now it is a really close battle for that P7. Getting pipe, trying everything to get round Striker's Son. But Striker's Son is not making it easy, and that Equinox car is looking as wide as ever.
I reckon Shifty is trying to do the medium soft strategy.
We spoke about it earlier, to be fair. He could do. He really could. Still, you got to press your car, you press your profile, and then click spectate, not spectate, click take control, mate. You're in and out like a bloody yo-yo, mate. Come on, I hope you get in your car. We'll see. You're not.
Well,
you're
get my
dropped at the
pipe
moment.
is going down the inside of Striker's Son. And you get the move up before turn 1. DC's right behind.
DC could have made a lunge there, but he thought better of it. He was playing the safe card. It's good to see.
He's going to make a lunge down into turn 2.
And he does it. Very nicely done.
Nice move there.
Very clean, no contact. Love to see it. Why is it? Is it grayed out? Is it? And still, you should be able to take control. There should be no reason why you can't click it. If you get back in soon, you'll still be in a chance for some points because you're only P12 at the moment. Lewis picks up a 3-second time penalty. Where are the battles at the moment? I think it's where we're looking now with the getting more pipe battle.
Yeah, I think that is the closest one at the moment. There's a yellow flag. Who is that? I think Lewis might have just had a little adventure onto the grass.
5% the fastest lap, 1 minute 18.1. So now we have Pipe and SDC closing in on It's the Cat. Some tyres at the moment, so we've got Shifty out in the mediums. We've got the 3 drivers behind him on the hards. We've got Cat on the mediums, 2 drivers behind Cat on the hards, and 2 drivers behind DC on the mediums. So some interesting strategies going on here.
Yeah,
Everyone's on
Shifty's
a
doing
different strategy.
well as well against Jerry. He's not losing too much time on those 20 lap old mediums.
No, he's not. He's doing well, to be fair. I think Shifty will be pretty happy with himself. The current position he's got himself sat in. I really don't think he was that confident earlier on when speaking to him. I think he only started doing practice today, to be fair, as well. So, to be fair, he's looking very strong.
Because I think if the gap stays like this, Shifty should come out in second, ahead of Ace Watch, just about. And then he can go chase after Jerry on those nice brand new soft tyres.
If he can wait until lap 25, 26, ideally, he'd be laughing, I think.
Get me my pipe making a move on the Cat into turn 1.
That's not important. DC watch
Easy
the ball
move.
unfold. Can DC have a little look up inside as Cat goes wide? And that allows SDC to get alongside him. DC's already passed, so DC and Pipe do. Cat into turn 1. So Cat didn't get on very well there. But, very good from these guys. Clean battling. But Pipe's looking pretty good though, you know, he's not been doing too well recently, and he's sitting in 5th and he's looking very confident so far, so hopefully the Bentley Zero driver can continue this form for the rest of the race. So we're on lap 22 now of 35. Still left again.
I think Get Me My Pipe might have a hard time keeping DC behind him.
I think he will too. We've seen a lot of his back end come sweeping out for a bit of oversteer. Shizzy's not racing today, Smithy. He's asleep because he can't hack it.
Now the gap between Jerry and Shifty is coming down, but more importantly, Ace Watch doesn't seem to be following Jerry in pace-wise. I
He's
think
going to make a move
Shifty-
on, get him a pipe. Up the inside he goes, he's already made it before turn 1. The McLaren shucks him, has passed the Bentley Zero driver, and that is him up into P5. Sorry to interrupt you there, Josh, but DC has done it.
I think while we were watching that Shifty spun at that turn 5, turn 4, because he's lost a massive amount of time. There was a yellow flag out, and the gap is only 1.6 seconds between him and Jerry.
What was it before?
11.
Oh wow. So they're medium tires. Let's see what his medium tires are looking like now. As they're in the 40s, his rear right's on a 50. So yeah, the low 40s and a 50 on the back. So
That's such a shame, because
Yeah,
he could have been in a chance for a win.
he's in. Still says he's in. Great news. Now we have another battle forming here as we have Viper all over the back of Ace Watch coming down the straight now into the DRS zone. Ace Watch goes defensive and he swoops back and he keeps swerving. You can't really be swerving too much like that. Viper makes a move around the outside. There's contact and Ace Watch is alongside now coming down the small straight. Coming into turn 2 and Viper is ahead of Ace Watch. Not sure if that was one too many swipes from left to right from Ace Watch. But luckily there was no serious problems as an outcome there. Viper makes it through with no wing damage. It looks like DC is on the hunt now, as DC is going to be working their way back up. Hopefully try and find their way onto the podium, but they've got a real task on their hands now. They cannot make any more mistakes. It's just got to be pure pace, lap after lap.
Jerry's right behind Shifty now. That's Shifty pits.
So where is Shifty going to come out? I'm going to stay on board with Shifty, see where he comes out in comparison to the field. Where do you think he's going to be coming out?
Lewis, on a side note, Lewis spun as well at turn 1, 2, 3, 5. That annoying curb catching another victim. Yeah, I think he'll come out behind DC.
Spider's clean. Oh, don't know. He's going to be close with Ace Watch, is it? Pipe?
No, give me my pipe. Oh,
Pipe.
that's really annoying for him, because he was looking good, and now he has got the fresher tyres, but he's
got to get past them as well, though. He's scrubbing his tyres, get past. Also dirty air. So we're on lap 25 now, so it's got 10 laps left.
Bradley Johnson spun at turn 5 as well, so that little curb catching a lot of people out today.
Savage. But there is your race leader, leading by nearly 10 seconds from Viper, Mr. Jerry.
I think Shifty's about to dispatch of getting my pipe fairly easily on those 2-step softer compound tyres. All depends. Although Get Me My Pipe does have more ERS, so maybe he'll burn it down straight and try and keep ahead. But I think it's pretty inevitable, as Shifty's just got so much more grip than everyone else.
We have another battle forming here, Josh. We've got the UTEP driver and the Pacifica Porsche driver, Liam. Liam versus GB292 as they come around the final corner now into the straight. Now, let's see if the poor driver can get past GB292, as he's not going defensive, he's holding the outside line, as we have Liam looking up the inside into turn 1. Can he make the move? Yes, he does, but GB292 makes a switch back up the inside. GB292 goes, and we can't actually see as it's side by side.
Oh, was there a bit of contact, or was that might have just been lag, but
yeah, I have that sometimes. It's really off-putting. As GB292 looks at the inside, as Liam had to give some space, but he backs out of it. Nice racing there from both drivers. No, I had that a few races ago. I think it was France. I went for the Tier 2 race, and I had serious lag, and it looked like everyone was taking each other out, and it was just lag. It was terrible.
Yeah, I just got GB just hitting the wall, dirt flying everywhere. I was like, they're on a straight. What's going on? But now DC is right behind Ace Watch. He's gaining, he's gaining. Is he going to dive it down the inside?
If he
He
does.
gets the move done. Is there a switch back on?
Nope,
No, Ace
not
Watch
happening.
just gets a handful of moves there.
Yeah, it's going to be hard with those tyres as well for DC. He's on much fresher, soft tyres. I don't think Ace Watch had much. There wasn't much they could do there. And now DC is on the hunt, sitting in P3 at the moment. Viper is next on his menu. As he sits, there's nearly 5 seconds, 4.5 seconds separating them. As we look at Viper's tyres, they're looking pretty fresh still. They're mid to high 70s, but they are the hard compound. So DC needs to get on with it, get the move done ASAP because wait, DC is on. No, DC's not on the soft, is it?
No, DC's on hard.
Well, that's just absolutely just monkey item. I'm getting two McLaren drives mixed up. Sorry guys for that incorrect data. I'll shut up.
We're going to the other McLaren driver. Do you think Shifty will be able to get past? Well, I think he'll be able to get past Ace Watch. Do you think he'll be able to get a podium?
Well, we're looking. He's 16 seconds off the leader. He's around 10 seconds off Viper.
Well, he's only 2 and a bit seconds off DC.
Yeah. Off Shifty. No, yeah, DC, yes.
No,
DC.
yeah.
I'm getting it right confused. As we now have Shifty looking up the inside. Can he make it? Oh, was there contact there? I don't think so. I think he just got away with that. But Ace Watch is keeping track position. He's not letting his McLaren pass anytime soon. Not this easy anyways.
No.
He's on defensive coming around here. Oh, he's actually... Wow! I did not expect him to let off there and go defensive. That was a really strange corner to go defensive. But that is Shifty up into P4. His teammate is next on the menu. I think Shifty is going to want this position after him and DC had a little bit of a fallout earlier in practice. I think Shifty is not going to be playing about and there's going to be no team orders here. It's going to be full go. And if anyone doesn't realise, if you know, you know. But SD, I don't know. SDC took Shifty out of practice basically, and he was not happy. He really was not happy. He rage quit from the party, so I think Shifty is going to really want to put the pressure on SDC now and get past him ASAP. Hopefully they makes a clean move and they get past it well. They don't have to come together or anything.
Shifty's fastest lap is, I know he's on the soft tyres, but it's over a second quicker than anyone else.
Yeah, he's flying right now. So he's actually managed to make, well, I don't want to get carried away, but it looks like he's actually able to make the medium soft work. What lap did he pit? Do you remember?
I think it was 24.
It was lap 25. 24, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's 24 onto 25.
That's right. Fair play to him. So he had that little bit of a spin as well, which has really cost him, like you say, from that possible win. Because if it wasn't for that spin, he'd be pushing Jerry right now, wouldn't he?
Yeah. But it's just whether these soft tyres can hold out and get the distance.
Yeah, for the end. Because obviously at the end, the hard tyres will be the better time. Come lap 33, 34, 35, you know? So, yeah, very interesting. Do we have any battles on track at the moment? Flip through. Can't see anything.
Everyone's sort of like 2-3 seconds apart.
I think Shifty's going to be the one to watch though. I think he's the man
Well,
on
they
the mission right now.
don't seem to be making too many big gains on DC.
Well, his front left's already on 68% and the rest are on mid 70s, mid to low 70s, so slowly degrade him. This is going to be interesting though. Who's going to get the podium? Which McLaren driver can get it? Or could we see someone else on the podium? 5 laps remaining here at Hungary in the Tier 2 race.
And of course, there are multiple penalties as well for corner cutting
Yeah,
that are yet to be
there is.
applied. So
I know Viper's picked up a couple. I know he picked up a 5-second earlier on, I think. Joe's picked up one at least.
I think
Deezy's picked up one
Viper's
at least.
served his 5 seconds in the pits.
Has he? Right, okay. Good to know. That's good for him. I'd much rather serve mine in the pits and get added after the race. Yeah, I don't think he's not really catching him that much, is he? He's not really
No, if anything, I think he's losing time.
Yeah, all his tires are on orange now. His rear right just flicked from orange to green, and it's flicking between orange and green. He can't make his mind up where it wants to be. Yeah, I think it's Jerry Viper and SDC to lose now. Do you think, Marto, do you think SDC will be able to get that second spot easy? He is going for it. As his Viper is in his eyesight. It will be interesting to see if he can do it. Because we're on board with the McLaren driver now. Is he able to close that gap any more though?
DC is slowly gaining on Viper. But with only, 3-4 laps left? I don't know, I don't think he's catching by enough.
Last time out, you guys voted Stevie JD for driver of the day. He's not racing today, unfortunately. But I'll be posting a link in the chat now. If you guys can vote driver of the day, who do you think deserves it this time round? Just getting the link for you now. It's a free vote. You don't have to sign up or anything. You can only vote on one occasion. But the vote is in the chat now. So your driver of the day, please vote now in chat and let us know. Ooh. Liam Harris and Striker's son. We could have a battle forming here. Both on the soft compounds.
Right, so I've just had a quick look through incidents. I think Viper has 6 seconds worth of penalties and DC only has 3.
Ooh.
So if he can gain that half a second, he could be on with the shout of second place.
And that would make what, Jerry DC Viper, which is nearly what I said. I said DC Jerry Viper, so I was almost there. What did you say? You said Jerry DC, and then you never gave him third place, did you?
Yeah, no, I didn't commit to a third place. It's alright, Tez, we'll give you half a point for your prediction. Oh, Viper's out!
Jerry, what? No! What?
I think
What?
he...
What? What the?
Oh,
what? No! What the hell? What has happened there? I'm so
He must-
confused.
I think he must be coming through that...
He's there. Look, he's there. He's bending, coming out that fast
Left-hander.
left section, and then
Yeah.
before the right-hander. Oh my gosh!
Oh, what
That's
a game for Viper.
Yeah, but what? That is great for the McLaren boys, but oh my gosh! I can't believe it.
He will be fuming.
Oh, he'll be vexed. Oh my days, man! I did not expect that to happen. That is going to be a very angry
Wow.
Irishman, JJ. Oh my god. So we've got Jerry sitting in first, with the McLaren boys sitting in second and third, Ace Watch in fourth, and he wasn't very confident coming into this race, but he sits in P4. His teammate Pipe sits in fifth, so that's great to see Pipe back up there. GB292 sixth. We had a really solid race. Cat sitting in seventh, Striker Son in eighth. He was actually just getting passed by Liam. Liam in 8th now, Striker Son in 9th, Lewis rounding up the top 10, Leg in 11th, Rebel in 12th with M Steel 13th, Small Hands in technically 14th, and Bradley currently, well, 15th. As Liam Hannon sets the fastest lap, there's Liam Hannon's on a mission, but he is fair distance off of the driver ahead. Mr. Cat.
I think one of the McLaren drivers has spun. DC spun.
No.
Sector 2.
No
Shifty's
way!
got past him.
Shifty's into P2! Did he spin or has he let him pass? Do you know?
No, he spun. I'm pretty sure he spun.
100% spun, because I feel like DC wants to let Shifty pass because of what happened earlier. Do you reckon he definitely spun?
I'm pretty sure he was on the grass.
Was he? Right, he probably did then, you're right. Snap, so Shifty now, let's see what Shifty tries on.
He's got literally no front wing, DC.
What's happened to his front wing?
Missing both his end plates.
Oh my gosh, scenes.
Ace Watch is on for a podium.
Ace Watch is on for a podium, oh my gosh, it's happening late. Drama here in the Hungarian Grand Prix here in the Tier 2 Championship. Well. Oh, last lap drama. Oh my gosh. As Ace Watch all over the back of SDC. SDC goes defensive, but then there's nothing he can do. As he locks up, and Ace Watch is through.
Podium.
Ace Watch is through for a podium. Can Pipe do something too? Is Pipe passes DC too? Oh, DC's had an absolute mare.
The last 3 laps.
Everyone's crazy. Bottle jobs, Josh. You can't relate to that. I don't think you've ever bottled a race.
Oh,
the only race, but yeah, that's what I was about to say. Yeah. That was the only one you bottled, wasn't it?
But now can GB manage to catch DC? Because DC's just coming through, or it's in the middle of sector 2, and it'll be so much slower. Jerry wins.
Jerry wins. Incredible race there from Jerry, who led from start to finish. Didn't get any viewing time really at all, but incredible drive there from Jerry. But let's see where the others come. As Pipes all over the back of Ace Watch. So yeah, P3 is it for Ace Watch, or can we see some penalties that could change around? As it looks like they're holding position. Jerry, Shifty, Ace Watch, Pipe, DC. DC crosses the line. GB292, let's see what they cross. They're all holding position at the moment, no changes yet. Now Liam's next, Liam jump. No, can Striker Sun jump? Mate, what a drive there though, that was crazy.
Oh, Striker Sun's jumped him. Striker Sun jumped Liam.
Ooh! Striker Sun P8, he'll be really happy with that one. What a race! That was like, the start was entertaining, the middle got a bit boring, and then the end was absolutely crazy. What a race! And we saw rain in qualifying. This is a good turnout today. Oh my gosh, right, let's get some of these in the party. Let's see what these drivers have to say. Oh, I didn't even include my audio at all there, Josh, sorry mate. I do apologise.
That's alright.
Was you, yeah, you was obviously streaming. Right, let's see if we can get in. I don't know if we should get Viper in or not. Should we get Viper in? I don't know if he's going to be a bit vexed.
No, I'd say just leave them.
Let's get GB in, definitely.
Yeah. And Ace Watch had an amazing race, because he pitted under the safety car as well, and took those hard, like, nearly 20 laps. No, 30 laps it must have been.
Hey guys.
1 moment, if you could please include your audio, we'll get the interview started in 1 moment. If you go to your party settings and click the little button. Who else? Ace Watch. What's Ace Watch's? Oh, I don't think I can get Ace Watch in. I'll try, but I don't think I'll be able to because he doesn't have a mic, I don't think, unless he's changed. Who else do we need in? What have we got in the party so far? We've got Jerry, DC, Shifty. We need. I think that's all of us, really, isn't it? I don't think we're gonna get Ace Watch him. Right, I think we should just go with that, shall we? Well then, what a race that was, guys. We had an incredible start to the race. The middle of the race went a little bit quiet, and at the end, all hell broke loose, and we had retirements, we had position changes, we had all sorts going on, overtakes, wing damage, we had tyres going, we had all sorts. So we'll start with our race winner, who didn't see any of this and who has no idea what we're talking about. Jerry, who had got pole and led the whole race, and it drove an incredible drive. Jerry, how are you feeling after another race win?
Yes! Happy with that win, man. Very happy. Didn't have much practice here at Hungary since we're doing the e-sport thing, so I was mainly focusing on that. But yeah, I went for the qualifying dry setup. So just added 2 more front wing and yeah, just go with it. Did a pretty good job, I think, at qualifying. In the race, I was a little bit scared though. Because of Shifty taking that long stint on the mediums, and I knew he was going on to the soft, so I think he would definitely catch me if he. I think he spun or something. I don't know, but
Yep.
yeah, it would have been close, but maybe he would overtake me. But yeah, maybe the better strategy is to go for soft, medium, soft. I don't know. Oh well, yeah, pretty happy. Gonna watch back the stream because what you just told, haven't seen anything of it.
It was
so
crazy. No, you
yeah,
missed a
very
lot there,
happy.
Jerry, but go watch it back in the stream, mate. You have real fun watching that one.
Yes,
We'll go to Shifty now, who is my driver of the day. He drove an incredible race, managed to do the medium soft, which I don't think was possible. You managed to last out till lap 24, starting 25, jumped on the soft, and drove your heart out. If it wasn't for your spin earlier on, I do think you could have possibly had a good battle there with Jerry for the win. But after not a lot of practice and not a lot of confidence coming into this race, definitely my driver of the day. Shifty, talk us through it.
Cheers, mate. Yeah, I didn't realise that Joey went in. I thought he was going to stay out on the yellows with myself, and then I think I only noticed like a couple of laps later that he'd gone in, and I was leading the race. So I thought, look, I better just crack on with the yellows and see how long. I wanted to get him to lap 25, and I was around lap 25, and Kat asked me how I was getting on, and I said, "Oh yeah, I'm in first place." And as soon as I said I'm in first place, I hit that white curb, and it just sent me spinning. And like every fibre of me wanted to reset to track, but I didn't. Obviously got back on the track, a bit annoyed, but yeah, from the looks of it, I was sort of settling with 4th place until obviously I think Viper and Sidisi had a few problems up ahead of me. But no, it was a great race. I tried to get no penalties. I think I got 3 seconds in the end, but no, I'm happy with the race. To be fair, happy with the race, and well done, Jerry.
Well done, mate. Josh, if you'd like to speak to a driver of your choice, you can go for it, mate.
Yeah, my driver of the day is probably Ace Watch.
I don't think he's here, mate. But
Yeah.
He's on the
oh, he's here.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
here. Oh, great. Yeah, carry on. Sorry.
Yeah, how were the hard tyres? Because you pitted under the safety car, and when I
Yeah,
saw that, I was like,
it was
if
a
you can
bit
take
of a
them all
weird
the
one.
way to the end.
It was a little bit of a weird one because I started so far back from qualifying. I had to basically risk it all because if I went for a 2-stop, I probably would have ended about where I qualified. So I had to risk it. Whacked the hards on, just went to the end, and I think I ended on 60%, and I had one warning all race, so it wasn't too bad, to be fair.
Wow, that's really good, man. No, incredible driver, Ace Watch. You made a hell of a lot of positions up there, and you come into this race not being confident at all. I know you said to us in the chat initially before the race, but you kept your head down, made some good overtakes, and you brought it home, mate. Starting P11, coming home, taking a podium. You should be very chuffed with that one, mate. So well done.
Cheers.
Do you know, I might try and get piping. Josh, if you can ask the next one as well, if you like. I'm just going to get someone else in the party.
Yeah. Another one who I was watching throughout the race was GB. I was surprised that you went onto the mediums. Was there any reason why you went onto the mediums instead of the softs?
No particular reason. I basically just flipped the strategy that was suggested. It was medium hards. I went hards, mediums, and I was quite happy on the hards. And luckily, I got quite a good restart. Well, maybe I didn't get a good restart, but the guy behind me didn't get such a good restart. So I managed to create the gap and then went into the mediums, and it kind of worked pretty well. So happy.
Yeah, that
was consistent
was-
for a change.
Yeah, that was another thing that we noticed when the safety car came in. Jerry sort of bolted, and then there was kind of a lot of gaps. I don't know if someone didn't go.
Yeah, there's a huge traffic jam.
Yeah,
It was weird because it like everyone backed up and there were a couple of AI, well, what looked like AI cars in front of me, ghosted cars, and then all of a sudden the safety car ended and no one really went anywhere. It was, I don't know what happened there really.
Well, great job, GB. You really kept your head down. You actually had a lot of pressure from some of the top runners in the championship at the moment, and you did not buckle, mate. So incredible drive there from you. You did not let the pressure get to you, mate. I was really impressed with your driving today. So well done.
Thanks, mate. Just trying to be consistent because I've had a couple of doozies lately.
Yeah, well, you know, the battle between you and the Initech team at the moment is truly on, and not having Tuesday racing today meant this was a big chance you guys saw some good points. Obviously, Steele had an absolute nightmare who was in and out like a yo-yo all session, but you managed to do well for the Pacifico Porsche team, bringing it home in P6 and starting in P6, so not losing or not gaining any positions and just holding position, mate. So well done, really good job.
Thanks, mate.
Right, on to last but not least, the driver who I thought was going to get the win today, but the rain was the first obstacle they came across, making him start P3, and then obviously a little error towards the end there cost him dearly. SDC, talk us through it, mate.
That was probably the worst race I've ever had. Absolute disaster from the whole way through, pretty much. Obviously, it wasn't ideal to have wet qualifying, but you know, P3 I was happy enough with because I hadn't done any practice in the wet, so I was alright. And then start of the race, I had a pretty bad start, dropped down to P5, I think it was P6. And then it was the penultimate corner. I got the car spun, dropped down to P10. And I was kind of hoping maybe to get a P5 forward towards the end of the race after that spin. And then I worked my way through the field, made a few nice overtakes, but then obviously got into P2. Thought I was very happy with it, and I thought that was the most I could have got out the race. And you saw what happened from there. Just was going on a push lap and then lost it, and yeah.
Yeah, we didn't even catch how you lost it. So whereabouts did you lose it? And sort of, was it
It
just
was
pushing
in-
too hard?
It was in that the S kind of sector, that little
Right.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a shame, man. We had
Florida to early, and
high expectations for you today, but probably not the best result you was looking for. But still scoring points. That is the most important thing. Getting P5 is still a good result, mate. So don't be too disheartened. Obviously, I know you had your eyes on the win today after the practice and the times you've been able to put in during practice. But nevertheless, mate, P5 still a great result. And you're doing well for the McLaren team, who'll sit comfortably in that top space in the constructors. But nevertheless, well done to all the drivers today. It was a really, really great race to commentate, and as well doing it with Josh, who was a very special guest for us today, and I've really enjoyed doing it with you, Josh. I hope you enjoyed it too, mate.
yeah, I've enjoyed being here. I just, hope I was as entertaining as you with all your, especially in the last few laps when everything was going off.
Screaming. It's great stuff though, really, really great stuff. But we will catch you guys tomorrow as Jerry and Steele will be taking over the TTM stream. They will be the ones commentating our tier 1 race tomorrow. It's mine and Josh's turn to go for Hungary. Stay tuned for tomorrow, guys, and that will be at the exact same time as today. It will be at 8 o'clock start. Streaming will be booted at 7:30 p.m. GMT. And yeah, see you guys there. Thank you very much, guys.